notifications and saying I just put back on my notifications because you know why? I discovered that you could answer WhatsApp notifications without going inside WhatsApp. Miraculous, you know? So it's kind of easy because
Perspective is a podcast about everything. The twist though is all me. My name is Maria Peters, and as a young social worker and business owner, I dare to believe I have a lot of valuable things to contribute to society. I decided to start this podcast simply to use my story to influence other lives and generate conversation. Perspective is on air.
Welcome back to Perspective, the podcast. This is season 3, episode 10, which means that this is the final, this is the season finale. This is the, by now I realize that we're trying to have an intro, trying to have the hi guys, the hey, it's not working out. So we're here, we're back, and we're better than ever. Like we are amazing. Right. Give me a moment, guys. Sorry. To have a third season finale. A third season finale is humbling. It really is. It really is. Okay, I'm making it awkward because she's like, what to do with herself while I'm talking? This is Ghenere, Heerah. I'm pronouncing it right?
yes.
Right.
Hello.
And she's our 10th and final guest on this
Wow,
season.
I can't believe we had 10. I can't believe we had 10 persons.
Yeah, well, I had 9 and you used 10. So.
Oh, no, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, but 10 persons?
Well, yeah.
No, I talk about myself in the third person, so I think that's okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, this is the 10, I'll say 10 to the TH. This is the 10th person that sat in this chair for the season and brought their wisdom, the knowledge, experience, and the tips and the perspective to share with you guys. And I feel like with you all, I would just give all 9 of you and Ghenere happy. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. We have something to talk about. The whole episode is not just about being happy. That's the season finale. We have an actual topic. You want to tell them about yourself before, or just give them a brief who you are?
Okay, well, sure. My name is Ghenere,
Right.
Lindsay, Heerah.
Right.
But you know, sometimes I don't even say the middle name because people think like I'm married, but that is actually my middle name.
Oh,
Okay, so but
Lindsay
I
Heerah,
like to say
okay.
my whole name, Ghenere Lindsay Heerah. Sorry.
Okay.
So I love people.
Okay.
Love people. I feel like my calling is people. I more specify more like with girls and
Right.
women. I love marketing. I love anything that involves people. Giving
Right.
just my heart and everything. I'm very emotional.
Right.
Yeah. I think I said everything. I think I summed up everything. Yeah.
People. This is it.
And through my people, my foundation is God, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Tell us about. Should I say it? Me to me. Should we say it now? No, we're not gonna say it. We'll say it just now. We're gonna talk about. Okay, actually, I should say it now. Tell us about Women of Elegance.
Okay, so Women of Elegance is my NGO.
Right.
It's a women's motivational organization for women. It will be 5 years, November the 29th.
Sorry to laugh, but it says a women's motivational organization for women as opposed to
Yeah.
a women's motivational organization for men. Because
You feel like they needed more?
no, you said a women's motivational organization for women.
Oh,
As
it's just
opposed-
like a repeat for everything. Yeah, sure.
Anyways, yeah, I get your point. Right.
Oh, for real? No, it was kind of slow when I picked it up. So that's fine. Okay, whatever. So we 5 years in November, but Women of Elegance is getting more on a woman and her worth. You know, usually you have so many organizations that deal with different topics of a woman, domestic violence, different that. We just deal with a woman and her worth and foundation, who she is. And that started off more on my more personal.
Yeah.
And we do events, we do initiatives, we do everything that involves a woman remembering who she is. Yeah, remembering. Yeah.
Remembering. Okay, so with that being said, I brought her on Perspective to speak about the opposite of that. And women and our, I want to use the word insecurities, but it's not quite insecurities. Mm-hmm. It's more like as a woman with a position who's doing well. And people around you have expectations of you, and then there are times that you're just not able to do it. You're not able to meet expectations, and people, they kind of depend. There are people depending on you to bring what you bring, to give what you give, for them to, you know, to feel okay or to be okay. And how is the conversation you're going to have is how to deal with that, the moments when you're not able to deliver. Because of, not because you give up or you don't care or you don't love them, but just because you have, you know, a mental health day for Ghenere.
You feel like overwhelmed?
Yeah, you feel overwhelmed. And you feel that the weight of the people that depend on you.
Honestly, you just don't do it.
Don't do it?
Just don't do it. And I have done that a couple of times. Whereas I begin to feel overwhelmed and I literally unplug. So I call it like when Ghen unplug. I put like hashtag unplug Ghen, which means everything begins to just sign off. Where I will uninstall WhatsApp and all these different things. Like even someone asked me a time, it was a guy, so he probably had different like motives. But anyway, the question really kind of helped me in certain things. And the question was, Ghenere, what is your hideaway place that you want to go that feels to get away? I said, when I uninstall all my social media apps. And at that place is where it's really that kind of just stop and pause. So like to answer that question in terms of how do you feel when overwhelming things come in, you literally say no.
You don't feel like you're leaving people undone? Like, cause okay, let me say.
Yes!
Because
because you're studying what the other person feels, and that's something like I think I will forever struggle with other people's opinions. Half of the things that I do not do, it's because of how others will think. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because, and that's it, I will have like other Christian strong women who might be like, just forget that, Ghenere, just do it. Yeah, but still, I don't know. So I will always think about someone's opinion before. I think it had a lot to do with probably the way I was brought up, with my parents' opinions being a lot in terms of my parenting, which is good, but still a lot good things are also could be overdone. And I think from that growing up, it caused me to always consider somebody else, which is good and bad is sometimes.
So how you bring yourself? So you basically like I understand. Okay, so you think of people before.
Yes.
But then you bring yourself to unplug. How do you do that?
Well, it have things that you literally could kind of leave pause. Because the truth is, so like today I'm in the middle of doing something for work, right? So I'm in the middle of a shoot. And somebody calls and said, Ghenere, could you please resend this video? This was misspelled.
Right.
And I started panicking one time because I was panicking because I was like, oh my God, this is and I was like, oh shucks. So I started calling, and then the person who had to re-edit, they were like, well, I'm shooting Maracas, so when I reach home. So I was like, okay, no problem. And immediately I'm like, Ghen, you overreacted on this. Pause. Trust me. It will be sent at the right time. And when I reached in the office, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, Ghen, that's okay, you can send it in the morning. I was like, whoa. And because of that experience, I've learned that a lot of the times we kind of overkill ourselves on things. And the truth is, if you press pause, it's fine. Pressing pause is okay. It will still get done, and you are replaceable. Always remember that you are replaceable. Like I learned that with my dad, government officials, everybody, CEOs, you die in the morning. What happened? And they're replacing you. So for that specific moment, especially if it involves people, it's okay. Because like I remember I was having a conversation just earlier with someone, and I was saying that at the end of the day, it's you have to take care of you for others. Because the same way you're feeling like
that's such a good concept.
Yes.
That's such a good concept. That's such a good deep concept.
No, but that I didn't learn that just like that. I learned that after pain, you know.
No, but it's true. Like when you think about it, especially like how you describe yourself in terms of loving people and service or whatever. Yeah, because I remember I watched this Oprah thing some time ago, and she's saying, you know, people are selling, oh, you're so full of yourself, and you feel like that's a bad thing. But she's like, you know, you should be happy to be full of yourself, happy that your cup runs over. So if you can help people from your source,
yes,
because
contentment,
you giving you the last bit of me, it's not helpful. To you, it's not helpful to me, and it's not helpful to anybody else. So it might be able to help if I just replenish.
Because you giving empty.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Yep. It's challenging. So okay, we go to the point that we have so far. The one point inside solid and locked. Sometimes you just need to unplug. It really just calls for you to tell them I can't make it. I
can't make
it. I have to cancel. I'm not able.
Well, I can confess something.
Tell me.
Sometimes I just really don't respond. Because I can't.
I don't respond generally, but
no, sometimes I don't respond, or sometimes I'm in the middle of it. I have felt so overwhelmed dealing with even like certain things just becoming like so overwhelming that I literally press uninstall in the middle of messages coming in. And as soon WhatsApp is no longer on my phone. Peace. I don't know. I really don't know what has happened. I said, but Ghenere, this right? Peace. They just come. Just me knowing WhatsApp not there. I take off my notifications and saying I just put back on my notifications because you know why? I discovered that you could answer WhatsApp notifications without going inside WhatsApp. Miraculous, you know? So it's kind of easy because it has certain things. But I'm just saying, WhatsApp more than any other social media platform really. I don't know. And that's where the request is. That's where the people request comes in. I need you. 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 You know.
Yeah. What do you think about how do you show up for somebody else? Just generally, like outside of being overwhelmed. Let's say I had this conversation on a previous episode, but I was like, I feel like I just feel in this moment to ask you the same question. Sometimes you might have to do something for someone, and you would not be able to. How do you say no?
I'm still learning that, still becoming in that area. To say no, because I'm saying no more, but I'm still saying yes a lot.
Right.
So at this moment, I'm still learning that, how to say no.
So if you're gonna say no, you tell me, can I make it to perspective?
If I could not.
Yes, no. I'll say it slow. I forget to
No,
take
so
away the
okay, so let
process.
me be honest, right? I was supposed to say no to you because it was such a last minute request.
Yeah, it really was. That's
and
true.
I'm learning, and I also have someone who kind of assisted me with that.
Right.
That I'm to say no
That's
to
true.
those
Alright,
things.
yeah, I'm not gonna talk anymore, guys. It was like two
You
days
know?
before.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so the correct thing is for me to say, no, I cannot make that before you just have to give me bookings a week before, and that's how I do it. But I'm just like, no. And then when he said, you have to see the availability, and I'm like, let's do it then. Because I started to consider everything, like, okay, no, she have to look at timing to book this, and I know how these things go and the availability, and she already recorded some people that day. Let me just say yes.
I pressure you. Oh.
No. It's just an automatic. No, you didn't pressure me.
Oh, well, courage
pressure
up
me.
out, guys.
But you know what
But
I
yeah,
mean?
no, I totally understand. And no, recently for the past couple of weeks, I feel like I've been on zero. Like I've not been doing anything. I would say.
No, you need to unplug for sure.
Yeah, but we have to go here now because we don't have time for me to go into.
No, but you really need to unplug it.
It's
No, so the first thing you can probably try to do is take notifications off on your phone.
no, I don't respond to anybody who messages.
Okay,
no
so
offense to anybody who messages.
So
me
do you put your phone on airplane mode and things sometimes? Like I do that.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, you can put your phone on airplane mode, and I think it does something to your mental. Honestly, yes, you don't respond, but the fact of you knowing that people cannot reach you gives you that space of, oh,
that might make me more anxious.
I'm
though.
like, oh, no.
I feel like.
But what do you like to do? What do you like to do?
Well, it's good.
Well, what would you like to do? Well, I would love to know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. No, bring the popcorn.
I'm a Christian. I love to read my Bible. And I love to spend time in prayer and fasting.
What else?
That's about it. That's good. I mean, I do love to do the things.
I know.
I love to spend time with people that I could just laugh with.
Well, maybe that's what you have to do. Like, don't go to meetings, don't discuss initiatives, don't have any kind of business talks.
Boss right off there, though.
Yeah, and just have just go and unplug and have those kind of people where you could just do nothing with.
I go and call you and say, Ghenere, let me know. We're not going to meeting this week. So I say, I'm telling you, I'll meet you tomorrow. I can't make it.
No, you have to do that.
True, I thought she's going to pull back.
No, I've learned that recently. I've really learned the importance of that because I was there as well. But now.
Oh, no, that's actually a very good point, honestly, because I feel like for the past few weeks, my usual crowd, like I've not been around them now. Maybe there's just I'm accustomed to they like helping me recharge and just kind of plug out, and like I've not been spent having
because
my
you know
friends
when
like
have
that.
those persons where you realize hours just going and you're like, whoa, we here so long, or you didn't even pick up your phone, or you didn't even.
Wait, guys, I'm like epiphany, boy, wait, that's
do it. No, but I'll message you next week to find out if we did it weekend.
Over the weekend. I can do it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Hold with it. Yeah.
I'll message you Tuesday. I'm a morning person and I realized you took because you messaged me 5:45. That was so nice.
Probably because I was up all night and I didn't sleep well.
Okay, yeah. Never mind. But no, I like morning time, so I'll check up on you then.
Okay. So, alright. By the time this episode drop, it might be weeks down the road, but I would, I'll give an update about how it went. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Whew, a lot. Tell me about your life and the things that challenging in relation to work, and just life. I think areas that's this is an uncut conversation.
So
makes
what
sense.
area? Work?
I don't know. You how?
No, you said okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say work, not work,
Okay.
family, relationships, life. I don't know.
Okay.
But I went for somebody watching this episode and seeing that it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. Because people see you like on social media and they see you at women of elegance events and they may think, oh wow, she's a superwoman. And in reality, I mean, I don't want to say what's fancy. I'm going to say I can relate to that in a sense, but I feel like that's just, the people don't say that for themselves. But the point is, it's not as extraordinary as people think it is.
As people think, yeah.
So I want to put, it's almost motivational for you to share the parts that you have.
So I will go back to something that happened last year, right? I made a mistake.
Right.
Okay, no, I was talking to my mom the other day, and she's like, you know, that's not a mistake.
Right.
I made a decision.
Right.
That was wrong.
Right. That's I love that, eh? I just want to plug that. I really love that. That whole.
Because I kept saying, yeah, mistake, and she's like, oh,
whole-
that's not a mistake, she made a decision wrong. I said, yes, it's true.
Yeah.
So I made a decision, I was wrong.
Right.
It was 20 minutes. I was in a conversation with somebody that I should not have been in a conversation with.
Right.
Now, I have shared about this in numerous platforms,
Right.
but I don't think I've shared like how I'm about to share it, right?
Ooh. Get this
So,
tea. Yeah.
I was in a conversation with somebody and I saw the conversation going left. And I was like, Ghenere, that conversation going left, pull it back. And I allowed it to go left.
Right.
And allowing it to go left, I'm seeing it going left. And I was like, Ghenere, pull it back. Baby, you pull it back, pull it back. And I was like,
Yeah. Curiosity here, you want to see how left
I mean,
you
a little float will hurts.
Right.
You know?
Mhm.
Basically, exactly. Whatever, one conversation left to the next, blah, 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 right? Expose immediately. At that moment, I was like, so it's like everything, my entire last year, so you supposed to have it all together then, correct? You supposed to have it all together then. And you know what I saw myself? I said I would never fall in that area. I am above that sin. Right? And exactly what it is you said, because a lot of times we think that we can't. And I saw it happening and it happened and I'm seeing where, no, not I'm seeing, right there and then, it was just for this to happen, for my entire brand to get tarnished immediately. And it was the most terrifying moment of my entire life. I'm talking to you about it now, and you know that sick stomach feeling, it's happening again. And I was about to lose everything. And that's when I had to pull back and said, don't get blinded by a spotlight. You understand? Don't get blinded by a spotlight. Don't get caught up in your brand. Don't get caught up on the stage and make you feel, and I don't mean stage like, okay, you're on stage, like your life was a stage.
Yeah.
And I was about to lose everything. And I had to learn, and I was reminded, and I said, I begged for mercy for God. Let me tell you, every minute that ticked, it could have gone, it was like a minute closer to everybody being exposed. I don't even know if you would have called me to interview here. That's to tell you. We wouldn't have been able to have that girls event to talk about girls and boys. Ghenere, voice gone. You understand? And I remember bruising my knees. I'm on the floor and I'm bawling and I was like, Abba mercy, Father, please, mercy. And he said, Ghenere, I told you, do not get distracted this year. And I had to pull. Wow, I'm really exposing here. So I had to pull like. It was like kind of getting out of hand in terms of, when I say getting out of hand, meaning the clock just ticking, and it's just like, and I had no choice but to go to my parents. And I said, you know, Mom, Dad, this is what happened, whatever. And they were like, okay, we could deal with this. You know, and at that very moment, I continued to learn, and I'm not saying, oh, my parents will always have my back, because I know there are persons from different platforms or different backgrounds that may not have that support, but there are persons who will always have your back, and that happened. But I had to, what did I have to? I had to confess, I had to expose myself right there. And I remember something, my brand manager was telling me I had to go to him too because it had to have a PR plan, right? I'm telling the singers man. And he said this, right? He didn't say, oh my God, Jen, he said this. One moment could tarnish your entire 25 years, your entire 26 years, 25 years actually. And I said, yes, it's true. And you know what he said? Better pray. I have no way we come onto this. You know? And that is when I had to learn through God. And that is when I was taught and God exposed to me that you're never really there and you're always becoming. And that is how becoming was really built. And I decided to put becoming after every status because I learned it well on my status. That's my season. It really easy to know why I go through, right? Because I would just let everybody know.
Right.
So I'd be like, I am becoming, you know? And I'm like, because becoming is something continuously.
Yeah. And
that's where I learned. And you know, it was God. God really solved the issue, and it calmed the issue.
Yeah.
However, it was the issue and the problem there was not solved because I get bailouts.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It
or
was
your
because
own strength.
exactly. It was because she learned her lesson with that, and I have learned from that, and it goes right back to when you asked the question. You know, tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the struggles that you will face. It's like I've been through so many things. I could go back in 5 years when things happen, you know, you sign purity thing to promise to be, you know, to keep your purity, and that happened. That all those things are stories, but that story is the most defining story in my life because now every day that I wake up, every day that I do something, when I'm asked to be on an interview, if I ask to do an initiative or anything from God, I could only do that because of the grace of God, because I know what it feels to almost lose everything because of carelessness,
right,
and because of selfishness, and because of in the moments, because I'm a real in the moment person. Yeah. So that changed my entire mindset and perspective on brand or being called for people, what it really means. And I think, you know what, I'm talking here and I'm smiling because one of the things that comforted me was, okay, if you saved me from this, God, what do you have planned? You know? And something that I learned as well, I'm like, ugh. So this story has to go on as well, which means because the calling that we have when you call for people, your experiences, it have to be told.
Yeah.
So I know, so I'm like, gosh, boy,
especially
this story.
Especially within the like industry, I guess, that you work. People want to hear. They want
to hear. They want.
Yeah, you kind of owe them in a sense.
Correct.
Because you encourage people to be true, to be honest, to own self, to know the words, and out here being shitty.
And one of the main things that I did, and I forgot to say, and I think it's important, I stripped off from everything. So that was actually like a PR advice, but also a spiritual advice.
Right.
So I had to pause all initiatives. I had to say no to all speaking engagements because it was like if something had to come out, it's like they have a whole statement. She came, but it was also a more spiritual point because in meetings of discussion, it was like, it's not good when Christian leaders are in the middle of dealing with something and you still choose to be on stage preaching. You understand? I'm not saying that God don't use it because God uses you at your weakest moments.
Does.
However, there are moments when you have to know, ooh, not this week.
Yeah.
Because you literally just did something alone that needed to kind of check back.
You don't need to check back yourself from God. It's you and God dealing with this.
Correct.
But just from the public and the
public ministry, you do public ministry, you do things privately, you will be exposed publicly. Always remember that. Do not do it. 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 Not worth it. Now I will see things and I'm like, not even worth it because you see my future. You ain't worth it. You understand? Right. You do not worth it. And I think that's what helps.
Yeah.
For real? Like some water. Thank God, I love the water. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Okay, so the initial question was challenges that she faced. I feel like if you need more on this, you fast, right? That was she gave it. She gave, right? She gave it, and I feel like Thank you for being honest. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you
for
for
being
creating this space. Honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you for creating this space.
Yeah. And just now, I think I can't thought that.
Like,
So
I
much
have no
going
plans
through.
to share that because I have recent experience and I'm just like, whoa, that's where we're going. So when you're talking, I'm like, oh, that's where we're going, God.
And that's the thing. I think that's the next question. I was trying to form it to my mind. Being a Christian, right, and being guided by the Holy Spirit, being guided, knowing when to say what and when to not say something, and who to talk to and who not to talk to and who to share and whatever. Like, how is that how is that work? How is that work? Like, what do you do to stay grounded? That's what I'm saying. To be humble in everything.
Well, I've recently went through. I'm going through a season where I call the power of being buried.
Okay.
Right? And there's a reason why things are buried. And there's a reason why things are buried before being seen.
Right.
And what is helping me be grounded is honestly really God. And I think my relationship I have with him even since as a little girl. And I think everybody has different type of relationships. But Maria, honestly, the kind of relationship I have with God is that he reveals a lot of things to me in dreams.
Right.
And he reveals a lot of things to me clearly. One of the things, like, I was even talking to one of a girl that I mentor, and she's like, but how is here? Straight from God. And I was like, two things. If you hear something, does it align with his characteristics? And I say, okay, God, if this is what he's saying, confirm this with a verse.
Yeah.
And honestly, the verse I was like, whoa, right? It's be exactly what it is. So it have ways like you can develop that.
Yeah.
But it's like a relationship. You know that person based on
Yeah.
how you grow with them. You know how they speak, and it's really you intentionally, that keyword, intentionally seeking God
yeah.
to learn his characteristics, to know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And to remain grounded is little things. It's weird things. Like I don't want to like, well, girl, I know you read the Bible. It's little things.
Yeah.
Like I literally listen to worship instrumentals all day. Right? I don't know, so I don't hold it down, that's it. But it helps. It helps me remain grounded, right? And have little things that so like if I'm driving, I can't read certain stuff, and I honestly don't like reading. So what I will do, I will find, so like right now, I don't know, Stephen Furtick is just who I listen to a lot, and he have these 15-minute stuff.
Right.
So my devotion, when I go down in the car, I listen to his 15 minutes, and YouTube just orchestrating that devotional every morning. So that actually helps me be grounded. You know, it have a lot to do with even your personal circle. Whatever is in your in crowd, that's where you're going to be into. You know, I struggled with that amongst the years, like growing up in secondary school and stuff like that, being unequally yoked. I was always attracted to being unequally yoked in relationships. Also in terms of my friends. But now, and you know what helps as well? The calling God placed in my life helps me with my journey.
Right.
And one of my weaknesses actually helps me, which is image. Because the fall from last year was the image that was going to get damaged. Because, oh my God, I was idolizing this image. But the truth is, because of my integrity and the file, exactly, the assignments God placed.
You know why you back up there again.
Exactly. So that is what helps, the assignment. So I see God have this huge file draw, Maria name, Ghenere name, and I see the things in Ghenere file. Oh partner, relax yourself and don't get twisted. Yeah. But the trial's not gonna end up. But that helps me be grounded. Really, really helps. You know?
Yeah. You said that thing about going in his file drawer, you have Maria name and Ghenere name, and my mind automatically went out. What the Maria for?
No, well, all these things, but I mean, there's some like 45 other things, you know?
45 alone? I think it's more than 45.
Yeah, but don't forget to unplug to get the 60 more.
Yeah, but it's it's not only good things, no. What he have it.
Yeah, because look how last year was a bad thing and that was in the file drawer.
Yeah.
No, because even those things, I was like, God, why you make this happen? I was like, this is part of the story.
Yeah, it had this thing that apparently is becoming a thing. And it's like I was sharing that nothing is a coincidence, nothing happens by chance.
Correct.
So, for instance, you probably might not have been as, focused as you are now had you not experienced that thing. So it's like, at the point in time, you're not really able to see past that, you know. You're narrow-minded, you're not narrow-minded, but see, tunnel vision.
Yes, tunnel vision.
But as time passes and you'll be able to sit down and, you know, reminisce and go, you know, in retrospect, you see, oh God, that's why that happened. That is part of your plan, it's part of your will, whatever.
Correct.
But you have to stay real faithful in the midst
of the trial.
In the midst of whatever. Because it's crazy.
And that is how, because that's when your faith is tested.
Yeah.
But his promises will his promises will always remain,
It does.
And he's always victorious.
Yes, he is. Whew. Do you have anything else you wanna share? Do you have anything else? My brain. I think it's
when you were talking
processing.
You were talking about the process, like that brought me to certain things, because like even like recently, you know, our family we might have to we had to deal with something that we did not see coming and unexpected. So you know those unexpected things, like even I was listening to a message and it's talking about the things that was not on schedule.
Right.
So how do you deal with the unscheduled stuff?
Right.
And the truth is, the most comforting thing to always remember is that God is always victorious.
Yeah.
And it might just be like, okay, yeah, God, he's victorious. Oh yes, amen, hallelujah. No, he don't lose a battle. So if you know you're dealing with a financial situation, you're dealing with a divorce, you're dealing with some sort of affair, you're dealing with some sort of family issue, you're dealing with some kind of major thing, but God will win this. Because the truth is, the things that we emphasize on, that is huge things.
Yeah.
In a couple of years, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today. You know what I was thinking about? The fellas I used to like a long time when we used to go to secondary school. I don't know, it's always something. They don't even get a second look for me now. Because, I mean, I know what I want now, right? So they did not turn out certain ways. And I was like, wow. And I tell me, killing yourself. Like, oh gosh, they're so sweet. And in 10 years, 5 years, that, it doesn't matter. And it shows the things that we emphasize on, the things that we idolize, really is not part of God's plan in 5 to 10
May
years.
not be part of it, yeah. It's
He's
true.
always victorious.
That's so true. And I think that's a very timely message to me, and hopefully to somebody that is viewing. It's a timely message. God is always victorious.
He is.
You hear that, Maria?
Yes, Maria.
Yeah.
And you are equipped for whatever comes your way. And as big
That's
as it
true.
is, you are equipped. You have the tools already for it. Oh, and the exact thing that comes in.
For me, yeah?
Sorry, and the exact thing that can come in this season.
Yeah.
You were being prepared for it right before. So like sometimes I tell people, like if they call for something, I be like, okay, try to remember what was happening the past couple of weeks. You understand why?
Yeah.
So it is be like, oh yeah, it's true. And I always say, the exact trial that God helped you through, in a couple of months, somebody come in with that exact story. I remember a stranger, like I'm not a night person, right? So I don't know how I was up like after 12. And you know, she messaged and stuff in my DMs, and she came with the exact issue. I literally, like the exact thing I went through, like not this situation, another trial, like a year ago. And I was able to feel the exact emotion.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh God, that's why you made me go through it. So I'll be able to help out.
Yeah. Okay, I don't. No, it's a good thing. I just feel like if you're not blessed by this episode, okay, let me not say that. You should be blessed by this episode. Right? I hope that everyone that is viewing at this point in time is really blessed by Ghenere and this that she's sharing, because I am blessed, and you know, if nobody else blessed, know that I'm blessed, and know that
and we are blessed together, because so you're really bringing tears to my eyes when I'm standing. So I'm like, okay, God, this is where you want. And if it is that this is the platforms that you are creating, that means like your podcast is created for a purpose, and not just a purpose for you to just share stuff, but it's a purpose for the people that you're interviewing, a moment of vulnerability. You know?
Ooh, I feel like the end right here. I love that, guys. That's thank you for saying that.
Thank you, Maria. You're amazing.
Oh, you're amazing.
You're like marvelous Maria. Marvelous Maria, guys.
Okay. Do you have anything to say to people before we really wrap up the episode?
Oh no, that's it. Continue being, and just continue to remember that we're never really there. We'll always be coming.
We're never there. We always be coming. I hope that this episode really, light up that bulb in your head and help you to realize why I was going through all of that before. What is the purpose of the season you're in right now? And just remember that I always say, and she mentioned it before, our life is not about us. My life is not about me. as hard as that is to accept, it's true. We go through things to help other people. It's all about how you can serve others, how you can help others, how your life can be impactful to another person. That's really what it comes down to, you know. You want to drop your IG handles and stuff? Yeah.
Just Heerah, Ghenere.
Alright, I know nobody can get that.
Yeah. As soon as you search that, you'll just get it.
And your NGO.
Woman of Elegance.
That's all. Woman of Elegance, Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for
so
being
much
my
for having me.
Maria
Marvelly. Oh, Maria Marvelly. No.
I like you, Marvelous.
Sorry, Marvelous. Yeah.
God, babe. My name is Maria Pizza. This is Perspective, the podcast, season 3 finale, and I will see you all again sometime. Like, I don't even know what to do from now. Like, I'll stay tuned.
You'll dream it.
Yeah, stay tuned. I'll let you all know when you're back, what you're coming with, and thank you for being amazing. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Peace out.
Jerusalem, ikhaya lami.